friends, this is a Bijou Baker. I'm Maria. Up here I showed you how to make a very easy, flavorful chicken broth. Today I'm going to show you how to make a hearty, robust, flavorful chicken stock. So what's the difference, you ask? I hate that question because it depends on who you're asking. And I've talked to many chefs and many teachers and many gourmet consultants and everything, and I'm getting different answers. I'm going to stick with what my teachers have told me and my chefs have told me. The stock, it is richer, it is more robust, it is a mouthful of flavor, but it is. When you taste it, you'll see it's much different than a chicken broth. Chicken stock is usually just bones and such, and the broth is meat. I think that's backwards. I think that's backwards because I use bone and meat and mirepoix, which is the holy trinity of French cuisine. Onion, celery, and carrots. So I'm going to go ahead and start. And I cut up a whole chicken, and I'm just going to use one chicken. I've got a 8-quart pot, and we're going to start off with that. Let's see I'll go along and explain things as I go, okay? Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bouquet garni, which is just a bouquet of garnish. And it'll have peppercorns, and not pepper, because we don't want anything to cloud the broth, the stock. See? So everything's going to be whole. So I've got whole peppercorns. These are just the pink ones. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. A couple of cloves, a couple of bay leaves, 3 cloves of garlic, and that's all that's going in this bouquet. So what is it? It's a satchel with these things, and they're going to stay inside the pot. I'm going to tie them to the handle so they're just going to float around. It's going to give out the flavor, and I get to just throw the thing away when I'm done. Cool, simple, smart. So, all right. So we're going to make a. I'm going to show you how to make the salad. All right. So we have cheesecloth. Anytime you use cheesecloth, you want to separate it and kind of alter the weaving. Okay, and this is the only part I'm going to concern myself with. So I've got the garlic. I'll put 3 cloves, and it's going to give just enough flavor, but it's not gonna overpower it. And I'll put 2 bay leaves. Bay leaves are such a hidden treasure. People don't use them as much as I think they should. It just adds that aromatic quality to it. And I'm just going to put, there's really no, just a handful. That's probably a little bit too much. That's it. And I'm going to bring them all up to the corner, and I'm going to tie it off. Any small pieces will stay inside, and anything big will be able to toss out right quick. Now here's the funny thing. I have pastry twine. I can't, that's why I use pastry twine. I can't find it, so I've got to use thread. Let me fix this, and then I'll show you the pretty, the pretty result. If I'm not a dork at some time or another, you're going to wonder if it was really me. I swear, I really do crack myself up. How sad is that? Okay, so here's your pretty little satchel. That just gets dropped into the pot as it's going, and that's good. I'm going to tuck that off. Now, the mirepoix, which is just your 3 basics. Now, depending on what food you're using, if you're doing Cajun food, your mirepoix will be onion, carrots, and bell pepper. If you're doing, I forgot the other one. I forgot what the other one was. I don't make it, so I don't worry about it. But celery, onion, and carrots are your French mirepoix. Now, here's the thing I love about this. You don't throw anything away. Okay, let me tell you right now, I lied. See that sticker that tells you, throw that away. But that's it. I cut my onion and skin and everything. Skin and everything. It all gets strained out. But I'm going to pull every bit of flavor from everything I possibly can. So let me show you how we're gonna do. All right, it's usually you're gonna have more onion. Look at the size of this softball. That baby is huge. So I got a bigger onion so that I can put usually 1 carrot, but these are small, so I'm just gonna put, and yeah, there's no rhyme or reason, and it doesn't have to be pretty. You're just cutting it. Everything gets put in here, even the celery ends. That just goes right in. That's it. All right, that's all gonna go. And this, I'm just gonna cut in half. No, I'll cut in quarters because the more open parts that are exposed, the more flavor you're gonna pull. So let me put this in quarters, and then I'm just gonna have a handful of parsley for flavor as well. Okay, so I've got my big 6-quart pot, and I'm just going to put some olive oil in it. I'm sorry, vegetable oil. Vegetable oil. I'm going to sear the mirepoix and get some of that flavor released. So once this is hot, I do want it hot. Once that gets hot, I'll put the mirepoix in and go from there. Okay, my pot had a little water in it, but that's all right. So the whole onion, I'm talking everything. Everything goes in. Celery, carrots. The parsley, I'll wait. That popping is just the water. That's nothing to worry about. All right, so I got a good sizzle. I'm just gonna let that cook. I'm not gonna be intimidated by this popping and crackling. It's doing exactly what it needs to do. All right, baby, it is time to party. I'm gonna put the water in. I'm gonna put more water in just a bit, but for right now, this is gonna boil on high. Now, you wanna generously salt your water. This is the only time you're really going to be able to control the salt. So as you go, strange enough, you're not going to test this because it's just well, you could, and you should maybe to know the different flavors as they progress. But as this starts getting its body, you'll want to start tasting it to full the flavor. So we've got our Bouquet Garnier, and we've got our parsley. That's it. This puppy's gonna boil. Okay, clearly that is not it, because the best part about chicken stock is the chicken. Let's put the chicken in. So I'm definitely gonna need more water, but let's get the chicken in. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, so I've taken a whole chicken and I've cut it up, and then the bigger pieces, the chicken breast, I cut those in half because I really want everything evenly cooked. I've had the salt and pepper, just salt on here, so now I'm gonna just drop them in. Now, let me take you right back up here. Anytime you are working with poultry, any kind of poultry, please, 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 please wash your hands and everything when you're done, often. I have one of those automatic dispensers where the soap will just shoot out. specifically for reasons like this, because I don't even want to touch the level, or I don't want to touch anything if my hands have chicken juice on it. So everything, I know you know this. I know you know this. But if you are the one that don't, then you are the one I'm talking to. Wash your tools, wash your sink, wash your countertop. Anything that raw chicken touches, clean it. You can get really sick if you don't. So, all right, that said and done, let's go on. All right, sorry about that. Did you like that ride? Okay, so they are all in no random order, boy, and everything is going in. The only thing I did was I rinsed the chicken because I don't want any of that gelatinous blood that's on there. That will cloud up my broth. And I'm going to way too much trouble to get cloudy broth. So I rinsed that. I've got the neck, the gizzards. If it was part of that chicken, it is in this broth. The fat, the bone and the marrow is the magic of this all. This is where you're getting all the flavor. All right, now I'm going to have to find a way to turn you off without touching anything. Let me see how. All right, so that's going to boil, and it's a slow cooking process here. This thing here, to get that flavor, we're really going to take our time with it. From this point on, I'd say 3 hours. 3 hours, but man, is it worth it. So, did I want to tell you something? Probably, but I don't remember. But yay, I was able to turn the camera off with my pinky. Such talent, I tell you. All right, let's let this cook and do its magic, and we'll keep an eye on it. Okay, so we got it going. It's been about 35 minutes. That's all. And this is what we're looking at. Now, throughout the process, you're going to need to graze the top and skim everything off to keep it clean. You want a really clear stock. And a lot of the sediment and a lot of the yucky stuff is going to come up to the top, which is going to make it easy for us just to clean up. So let me show you how you're going to do that. Gross, right? That's it. All you're going to do is just skim the top. And you'll do this probably, gosh, probably 5 or 6 times before it's done. That's it. And you can see some of the fat coming up on top. Don't worry about that. We'll get rid of that as well. But my goodness, I wish you can smell this. It is so good. And with this stock, you're going to be able to, I freeze mine. I put them in 32 quart. I put them in a container. Boy, if I had a dime every time I had my mind straight, I'd still owe you a nickel. I put them in a container with a lid, mark it, date it, and freeze it. And then when I make more, I always make sure to put the newer stuff in the back, just like they do in the store. But the uses of this stock, you'll never want to buy the stuff in the store again. But so I'm going to skim this a couple more times, let it continue, and we'll keep an eye on it. Isn't it beautiful? Ah. Okay, that looks beautiful. I've gone through and I skimmed off all of the yuckiness that was there, and I took off the rest of the fat. There's still just a little bit left, and if there's a lot, this little birdie was chunky, so I just kind of ladled up the fat there and got rid of it. So I got a really good clear broth. You really can't see in a black ladle, but I can see that. So now I'm going to go ahead and separate the chicken and the vegetables and strain the broth. All right, so the chicken is going to fall apart. So when you do take this off, you're going to have to be very careful with it because it's going to just fall off the bone. Everything else I'm going to leave in there and strain it separately. The one thing I do want to show you is, where'd it go? This beautiful Bouquet Garnier has given me its life, and for that I thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and just remove the rest of the chicken in here, and the chicken is full of flavor, so you can take it aside and do 101 things with it. I think well, we'll definitely use that for dinner tonight, so that's done. All right, let me go ahead and finish this up. Okay, so I've got my, I'm going to strain my stock. So I just have a bowl with my colander and cheesecloth. That's going to catch all the small pieces. And I'm just going to stir my broth a little bit to make sure I got all the bigger chunks out of it. And I'm going to pour in. And I'm going to do this slowly because I don't want to overstrain the strainer. Man, I really wish they would get this smell-o-vision thing going for you guys. Not to mention you get a built-in facial. All right. That's it. All right. Can you see that beautiful seam? This stuff is incredible. So I'm just going to ladle it because I do keep mine. Look at that. Look at how clear that is. That is beautiful, clear broth. This will probably make, I don't know, maybe six of these 32-ounce containers, which is about 4 cups. So that's it. I will continue on with the rest of this. And this will go labeled and frozen. Make sure to put the date on it. And back in the freezer. Can you see how that is so pretty? Look at how clear that is. That is hot. I'm ding dong, what can I say? And there you go. That is a hearty chicken stock. We'll also do beef stock, and I'll even do fish stock, but it's good stuff. It's gross. I'm not a seafood person, but the fish stock is really good to use. Now, what I'm going to do, and in fact, doggone it, I should have done this earlier, so I'm going to pour that back in. I'm going to reduce it again because I want it stronger. So the longer you boil it and you're going to reduce it, you're going to really intensify the flavor. I do that out of habit without thinking, so that's why I skipped that part. So it's on the pot, it's boiling again. I'll give it there for about another half hour, 45 minutes. It'll reduce a lot and become potent. Now, if you have someone in your life who is on diet restrictions, they can't chew food, they can't really eat, they're ill, you really want to do this. You really want to do this because every mouthful of that broth is incredible flavor. So the chicken for the rest of the family, I mean, eat that up because it's going to fall off the bone. It is so good. But that broth, that is good medicine, baby. That is good medicine. My grandkids love top ramen. They love it. But when they make it with my broth, I'm quite okay because I know they don't need that other little packet of stuff. I don't even know what's in it, but 90% salt probably. So if you have someone who has diet restrictions, I can't recommend anything more than this broth. And you take this same broth and you make chicken noodle soup. this is the broth that you would use to make that knockout chicken noodle soup or chicken dumplings or whatever. Gravy? Shoot, you know what I'm talking about. All right, my friends, that is chicken stock. That's the stock of it all. All right, my friends, until next time, happy baking.
Ah, that was fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe.